Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Namami Gauda Padancha Shankaram Sri Sureshwaram Swaminam Satchidanandamindram Tam Jnana Rupine. Om Narayan Narayan. 1. Today is Sugama. So one argument of Panchapadika was answered. Now another argument by another school, another sub-school of Advaita. Within Shankara's Advaita, there is another sub-school, Bhamatis. Now the Bhamatis answer is taken here and analyzed how far it can be accepted. Okay, next point is 32nd. Okay, 32. In Sugama, the number is 32. That point we are discussing now. We are starting Avidya Vishaye Matantaram. The heading is, there is another opinion, another view regarding Avidya. Anyetu ahuhu. There are certain others who say like this. Who are those others? Swamiji has not stated, but I found it is a Bhamati Kara's argument. I have noted down the page number also of Bhamati. It is a page number 19. 19, that the routine book of Bhamati. That Nirnaya Sagar Press. 19th page. In that thing he says, Yadyapi Adhyasa eva Avidya. See here, you see slide different. Panchapadika Vivarana tradition says Adhyasa is not Avidya, Moola Vidya is Avidya. Here Bhamati Kara slightly takes a different view. Yadyapi Adhyasa eva Avidya. Adhyasa is Avidya, okay, it is alright. Yet Nakevalam sa eva samsara maulam. But Adhyasa alone is not the cause of samsara, is not the root of samsara, because Adhyasa is Sadi. So all these people have been talking only this one point repeatedly. Adhyasa is Sadi. Adhyasa has a beginning. They take Adhyasa is a product. Adhyasa is a beginning. Adhyasa has a beginning. So this we have answered. Adhyasa has no beginning, because even Sushupti there is no Adhyasa, but Sushupti is a timeless existence. Sushupti is not related to waking in terms of time. They say waking is I think we have said this number of times before. Once again, briefly I tell. They say waking is the Adhyasa and deep sleep is no Adhyasa. They put waking and deep sleep as related in sequence. This is the biggest mistake. So for them, the reason for taking waking as a Adhyasa and deep sleep is without Adhyasa, and both of them are related as cause and effect. See these things note. Waking is Adhyasa, deep sleep is no Adhyasa, and both of them are related by time. So this thinking is a purely Waker's thinking, and that is the cause of their misunderstanding. That Adhyasa is a product, and Sushupti and waking are related in time. The fact is, Sushupti is timeless. All the time that is experienced belongs to waking state. Second point. Third point is, the cause and effect relationship exists within the waking alone and deep sleep and waking are not related in sequence of time. They are not related in time, because deep sleep is free from time, and the time that is experienced in waking belongs to waking alone. And no, the time of the waking state doesn't come out of waking and form the common basis for deep sleep and waking. Okay, this point they just missed it. Therefore they started thinking waking is a product and deep sleep is a cause and waking is a product, and both are related by time. This is the mistake of the waker. Waker's misunderstanding. Waker thinks that deep sleep is in another state related to waking, or it is a part of a waking, and the waking and deep sleep are related through time. This is the biggest mistake for their misunderstanding of Adhyasa. I think I told this number of times. Once again I told just briefly. Deep sleep is free from time, and deep sleep and waking are not related to each other through time, and all the time that is experienced in waking belongs to waking alone. So the cause and effect relationship, or the relation of sequence, cause and effect relation and relation of sequence belongs to waking alone. No relation, no sequential relation, no cause and effect relation, or any other relation whatsoever. No relation can be thought of, can be experienced between waking and deep sleep, because when there is waking, there is no deep sleep. When there is a deep sleep, there is no waking. So the other state doesn't exist. When there is deep sleep, there is no waking as an existent at all. Therefore, they cannot be related through time and place. And there is no single knower. The waking pramata doesn't exist in deep sleep, and from the standpoint of deep sleep, waking itself doesn't exist. Therefore, the common denomination, common time doesn't exist. Therefore, they cannot be put in sequence. Therefore, they can't be put as a cause and effect. But Vedanta calls Sushupti as a cause and waking as an effect. That is a Karyakarana Prakriya it is. Prakriya is an imposition. Only to show that waking as a state doesn't exist other than the deep sleep. Deep sleep itself is misunderstood as a waking. Therefore, it is only an Adhyaropita to prove that they are one. In Sushupti Swarupam, in the pure existence, there is no state other than itself. So, therefore, Sushupti in fact is not a state. Okay, it's very clear. Everybody's experience, Sushupti is timeless, spaceless, free from all duality, is no state at all. Sushupti is taken to be a state from the waker's standpoint. Sushupti is taken to be a state. But in fact, Sushupti as an experience, Sushupti as you find yourself in it, you have no thought. You have no thought of it. There is no time, there is no relationship, and there is no second. There is nothing other than it. It is non-dual. Therefore, you don't go to Sushupti. All this we have discussed before. I am just reminding because it's the most important thing one has to remember. Not remembering, it has to be understood. So, you don't go to sleep because remaining yourself is sleep. You alone, dropping off everything else like the body, mind, sense organs, world. When you are free from everything else, you alone remain. That is deep sleep. So you don't go to sleep. You don't go to deep sleep. Deep sleep is experience of yourself. You alone remain without anything other than you. That is called deep sleep. Therefore, how can you go to deep sleep, which is nothing but yourself? You a bare Atma without any individuality, without body, mind, sense organs, world, nothing. Therefore, deep sleep is a direct existence of myself, my real self, my original self, as I just am, as I am present. Therefore, without any additional appliances, additional appendages, additional upadhi like body, mind and sense organs. When I am without all these appendages, I remain just bare myself. That is called deep sleep. Therefore, deep sleep is not a place, is not a state of mind, as generally a waking person thinks, wrongly thinks that deep sleep is not a state of mind or a state of something where you go from here and reach. It's nothing like that, because nobody has an experience that you are going. You are going and reaching all the nobody experiences. When you drop away the waking and you remain yourself, that is the right explanation. That is the right understanding. Therefore, deep sleep is a timeless, it is free from duality. It is a advitiyam. It is a non-dual existence. So deep sleep is a non-dual existence. From the standpoint of deep sleep, or in the experience of deep sleep, there is no world, there is no state other than it. Therefore, no relationship can be put between deep sleep and the waking. But the deep sleep can be taken as in another way, as an avyakta, as an avastha also. Deep sleep can be taken as an avastha, as an avyakta. Avyakta means unmanifest state of the waking. All that is from the waking standpoint. Therefore, deep sleep is presented as a state, of avyakta of the waking state. These both are only prakriyas. Anubhava doesn't say, because nobody experiences deep sleep. Nobody is conscious that I am experiencing deep sleep. Nobody has such a thought. Therefore, it is not a state of mind. And no time and place related to deep sleep, because deep sleep itself is timeless. Timeless and spaceless and free from all duality. Therefore, deep sleep cannot be seen as a state. Yet Shastra calls it as a state, as a tentative step to help you to transcend from the waking. It takes tentatively deep sleep as a state. Therefore, it posits. In English, we have a good expression. It posits. Posits means it imposes by adhyaropa. Shruti or Vedanta takes Sushupti, imposes it as by adhyaropa standpoint. It takes it as an avastha only to take away your attention from the waking and bring to your deep sleep. It is a prakriya. Calling Sushupti as an avastha, as a cause of the world, is a prakriya. As an unmanifest, as an avyakta, is a prakriya. Okay, avyakta is not an experience. Non-dual is experience. Avyakta is a prakriya. Note this. Sushupti as a turiya is an experience. As a avyakta, as a tritiya pada is a prakriya. Sushupti, just a minute. I do a lot of circus like this. I used to forgive me. Sushupti, as it is non-dual. It is not a state. It is not one of the three. Okay. Sushupti is just bare yourself, without anything other than you, without a second thing. Therefore, Sushupti non-dual is a direct your experience. Calling it an avastha is a prakriya, is meant for teaching. Okay, calling it as avyakta, calling it as one of the three states is a prakriya. But anubhava and prakriya, note the difference. Anubhava is non-dual. Prakriya is Shruti's teaching, a method of teaching. It takes certain standpoint, a tentative standpoint, to help you to come out of a limited standpoint. To come out of a limited standpoint, you take a larger standpoint. Therefore, it is a tentative step. Shruti means Upanishad, Veda. So, Shruti or Veda presents. Veda means Veda, Vedanta, all put together we call in general word Veda. So, Upanishad is Veda. So, Veda presents deep sleep which is our, as an experience it is non-dual, but presents it as an avyakta, presents it as a pada. Okay, all this has to be discussed in Mandukya. So we discussed before also more than once. Now once again I touched it little bit. Therefore their idea that Sushupti is a causal state, waking is a product, and they are related to each other in time as a cause and effect. All this is a wrong prakriya, wrong way of looking from the waking standpoint, so it doesn't serve the purpose. It only retains you in your waking standpoint alone. It doesn't help you to come out of the waking standpoint and come to your Atma Swarupam. Therefore, that's a wrong standpoint. Okay, now let us proceed. So, Adhyasa is, okay, avidya. Bhamatikara says, Bhamatikara means his view, not a person. Okay, don't attribute to person, and people think that many people are in habit of thinking in terms of persons alone. Okay, somebody told, a lowest person thinks everything in terms of people only, and a better person thinks in terms of events, and still the best person, the highest person, thinks only in terms of thoughts, only in terms of ideas. An idea is responsible for a particular behavior, for particular person's behavior and acts. Therefore, people think the ideas behind them, the thoughts behind them. We only analyze the thoughts. Somebody may be holding a thought, but a person who holds a thought need not be blamed, because thought is a thought, it comes and goes. A person who holds a thought, who holds a view now, he may change it later. Therefore, we only criticize, we only analyze the ideas, the thoughts, how far the thought is good or bad, how far the thought is right or wrong. Anybody may hold a thought, anybody may hold a given thought. So we only discuss how far the idea itself is good or bad, right or wrong. We don't blame the person for holding the idea. We can only help him to rethink about his idea so that he can change. Therefore, ideas alone have to be discussed, not the people should be condemned. Neither follow the people blindly, nor condemn the people blindly. Okay? People are just innocent. They are neutral people. We hold the idea, we pick up the ideas in our ignorance, in our misunderstanding, and later on thinking we change those ideas and views. Therefore, it is the ideas and views that makes the person. A person is good or bad according to the idea he holds. Therefore, it is the idea that needs to be discussed, and we have to help him to come out of a wrong idea. Therefore, people are just neutral people. Only to remember we tell Bhamatikara, we call Bhamatikara Vivarana, only to remember easy, because this idea belongs to this group of people, this tradition, this school. So only to remember, identifying is easy, therefore we call a school. So this idea belongs to this school, Bhamati school, this idea belongs to these people. But never develop any disrespect for people like Bhamati or Panchapadika or Vivarana or anybody. Okay, we shouldn't hate anybody, and there is no point in hatred, because at one time we were also holding wrong views. Anybody can hold what is there. After all, we are all human beings like anybody else. Shall I tell you? Shankara's followers over a period of time picked up ideas different from Shankara's. But they are all sincere followers, sincere devotees of Shankara. And over a period of time, even Sachidananda Swamiji's followers, after a generations, after a century or 2 centuries, they also might misunderstand, and again they get deviated from him, and they also hold Mula Vidya or some other thing as right. So therefore, any follower of anybody may go into wrong thinking. So it is the thinking that we discuss and analyze, not the people. Okay. Shankara, such a great man, and his followers unfortunately deviated from him, missed the point, So even the same people we are, the same society, same human being, same human mind we are all. Therefore, even among the followers of Sachidananda Swamiji also may deviate, may misunderstand, because that's a human limitation, human weakness. If you start hating people, if you start grouping people and start hating the people as group, it becomes a problem. Because the same group, now we were also followers of Vyakhyanakaras, we were also followers of Panchapadika, Vivarana, Bhamati, Panchadashi and all that. Later we thought and came to Shankara's standpoint and left them. Anybody else can come like us, and anybody else can again go to wrong thing. It is all the mind. Okay, mind thinks wrongly, and then we are on the wrong side. Once we understand, we are on the right side. The same mind can go wrong, same mind can get corrected. Therefore, categorizing people as good and bad is not right, because nobody is good and bad. All this is a matter of mind. Mind is playing. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. It is the mind in wrong thinking. It thinks. As long as it continues in the thought, it thinks. But there is always a chance that anybody can change his mind. Anybody can change his thoughts and views. Because that is the nature of fact. Because you can't remain away from the fact for long. How long you can remain away from the fact? The wrong idea, wrong thinking, in the beginning may look very attractive. Any relationship you see, any relationship, any place, you love something. You love a sweet, you love a place, you love a building, you love a furniture, you love people. But once in the beginning, when you fall in love with people or objects and towns and cities, you enjoy them, you love them very much. You love to stay with them for a long time. Over a period of time, you get bored. And you think that no, you want to change a city. You change your house, change your furniture, change your dress, and change people also, because you quarrel with them and you get frustrated with them and change people. So this is what the human nature is. Because wherever there is an attachment, and the attachment changes. Similarly, if a wrong thinking is there, wrong thinking in the beginning looks very attractive. And you get on, you hold on to those views, start defending, you alone are right and all that. But how long you will live in the wrong idea? It may take a long time. Okay, for some people it may take janmas. Not one janma, you may take 2 janma, 3 janmas. But a wrong thinking, a deviation will not give you total satisfaction. As your mind matures over a period of time, of course, if you live a healthy life, mature life of values and good and clean thinking, open-minded, this is always conditioning. See, Vedanta is a much deeper fact. Spirituality or knowing the facts is a much deeper thing. But to be able to understand the fact, correct your misunderstanding, what is required is a good life, a disciplined life full of human values, a compassionate, kind-hearted, open-minded, gentle man, respecting people, loving people. So a life of values, life of discipline, life of openness in your thinking, unprejudiced. This is a common thing. I tell you, a civilization, a society is built based upon these things. These qualities should remain there all over the world. In fact, these are the great assets: discipline, human values, and also openness in your thinking. These 3 are most important. Any civilization, any culture, any humanity, any society has to be built on these things. If these things are sacrificed, you become prejudiced, you impose people, you control, you condition, you brainwash, you don't allow the people to think. This is the greatest danger. This is the greatest curse of humanity, that you have certain organization, economic ideology, political ideology, religious ideologies. They brainwash you, condition you, they propaganda they make, and then condition, arrest the people's free thinking. In the name of freedom also there is a lot of perversion going on. So a healthy personality, a simple, natural, healthy personality is most important. That is required for a good culture, for a good humanity, for a good society, and is also such a thing is required even for Vedanta spirituality. Therefore, religion is good or bad depending upon the people and the society, their openness of the mind. We come to discover, we have a pervert prophets who discover wrong religion, wrong philosophy because their minds are conditioned. Their minds are perverted. Their minds are prejudiced. Therefore, an egoistic mind which lacks values discovers only a egoistic God and thinks that I alone are important. A prophet thinks he is more important than God. It is a so silly thing. I feel people are unable to understand. A prophet thinks he is more important than God and sits in the place of God and hijacks the God, or you can say he forcibly takes away the power of attorney of God and he himself talks on behalf of God. So these are all illusory, delusory people, deluded people claim the prophethood, and it goes on. So an openness, universal facts, openness, universal values, a simple humanistic mind is what is required. If there is a healthy personality, healthy society, then you will have a healthy culture, healthy civilization, and also healthy religion and healthy philosophy. So the concentration should be on that. That's why Hinduism is a dharma, we call. Dharma is not religion, dharma is not philosophy, but it is a basis of healthy philosophy, healthy religion, and healthy culture, healthy civilization. What is it? Dharma is values. Dharma is openness. Dharma is a healthy personality, healthy society, a good living. So that is dharma. Dharma is a basis. If you have a dharma, you can have a good economic system, good political system, good philosophy, good science, and good religion. Everything follows, everything develops based upon a basic healthy humanity and healthy society. Healthy human being, harmonious, balanced on all angles. So therefore, dharma is the basis. That's why Hinduism we call, it's a deviation, I know, but sometimes I have to do little deviation also. So dharma is the basis. Then you see, if you have a good dharma, the culture based upon dharma will be good culture, healthy culture, a creative culture. A polity will be a good political system, a good economic system, a good religious system, a good philosophy also, a good medical system. Everything will be good. Therefore, dharma is the basis. Now, I think even in spite of so-called civilization, the importance of dharma is not recognized even now. Even now, again, prejudiced people say, oh, we should give freedom of religion. This freedom is becoming a perverted. We will know what is freedom even if you have a dharma. Even for freedom, dharma is required. Everything, dharma is the basis for everything. We know what is the healthy freedom, what is the right freedom, what is the good freedom. Otherwise, the same, in the name of the freedom, we kill and destroy each other. See, the word name, the freedom is going on, but in the name of freedom, anything you can do. Any nonsense you can talk. Therefore, so dharma is the basis. Therefore, no compromise in dharma. That's why in Hinduism, dharma is recognized. The greatness of Hinduism is dharma. Once dharma is there, all other things can be developed. And if they go wrong in the process, also it can be corrected. Okay? If the political idea is wrong, as the time changes, circumstances change, you keep on improving, correcting political idea or any idea. Any idea can be corrected, improved as long as you are creative. Okay? And that creativity comes from the dharma. So dharma makes basically a pure person, good person, healthy person. Not only person, his interaction, his thinking, his society also will be. So dharma is basic values, discipline, a creativity, a healthy mind, an open mind. This is dharma. Dharma means these things. Okay, a healthy interaction, emotional purity, emotionally harmonious person. Now, in the name of this religion, in the name of philosophy, overindulgence, extreme we are going. Either we go into atheism, and that's why Hindus are not so stubborn about atheism, theism. Have you seen that? We are not so stubborn about atheism and theism. It is a healthy mind that is required. Even atheism can be healthy if you have got a healthy dharma. First, dharma is important. Have dharma. You can have a theism, atheism, everything, okay. As long as you have a dharma. If dharma is good, there will be a healthy atheism, there will be healthy theism, healthy poetry, and a healthy religion, healthy music, healthy culture, healthy art, healthy paint, healthy drama, healthy literature, everything will come healthy. Dharma is a basis. Because you are open-minded, you are not prejudiced, you don't control, you don't threaten the people, you don't impose. Then once you don't impose, you understand the validity of anything, intrinsic validity of anything, seeing the validity of anything, you follow it. That's a simple thing. Now you see, you keep on holding, emotion has a place, but unnecessarily stubbornness is bad again. See, emotion is a bit, faith is good, but the faith also is adharmic faith. Therefore, see, in faith itself we don't quarrel. We talk of faith, we talk of Shraddha, but again that Shraddha will be judged based upon Dharma. If it is Dharma, your faith also is good. Belief also is good. If there is no Dharma, belief becomes pervert. It becomes dangerous, it becomes asura. Therefore, for everything, Dharma is the basis. That's why in Hinduism, Dharma, 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 we always talk of Dharma. For foundation of Dharma, then build up anything. You have a faith, you have a feelings, you have sentiments, everything. Dharma is the basis, sentiments will be healthy and pure sentiments. Otherwise, the same sentiment becomes a pervert, and then you start defending it, and you say it is my feeling and my this thing, start quarreling and destroying, and all things. Anything you take it, whether literature, feelings, thoughts, anything you take. If Dharma is not the basis, everything will go wrong. Everything will become perverted. If Dharma is the basis, everything is okay, everything is beautiful. Even human personality should be a dharmic personality, is always good. Even if he is an atheist, that's why Hindus are not stubborn about atheism. Nowadays we call them the gender, the homosexuals and all that. We don't quarrel anything. Hindus have got a very clear solution for everything. Dharma is the basis. People take an idea as a political idea, whether communism is good, capitalism is good. Hindus have never taken side of capitalism and communism. Some of the pervert Hindus who are westernized in the sense influenced by these communistic ideas, they may do. They give up Dharma and talk nonsense. They take sides of communism and capitalism. That's why Hindus are not stubborn about anything. Wherever there is Dharma, you follow, whether capitalism or communism. Any ism is not immaterial. It is a Dharma ultimately. Dharma is a healthy outlook towards society, individual and society, and also all aspects of human life. Therefore, regarding the gender, transgender, etc., what should we do? Should they marry or not? Nowadays, all these problems are happening. Hindus took Dharma is the basic. If Dharma comes, all those things, according to the situation, you will decide what is right, what is wrong. Basic is Dharma. Even philosophy also. People say that philosophy should be banned, this philosophy should be banned. We don't oppose anything, we don't just blindly follow anything. We don't say a philosophy is good or bad just because it is many people follow, therefore. See, many people follow, therefore Islam religion is great. Many people follow, therefore Christianity is great. We don't go by the number. Number doesn't make anything great or good or bad. Number doesn't judge anything good or bad. If there are more murderers, as we are seeing now, more rapists, therefore rapism is a philosophy of Islam. More terrorists, more people start killing kafirs, therefore this is killing is. So this more number, all science, the modern so-called science, of course, a part of science is very good, but a part of science looks very boring. They say they take the statistical data. They take statistical data. Out of these things, 50%, 70% to believe that 50% believe foolishness is good. Therefore, foolishness is great, scientifically proven. I say this statistical data is also another foolishness. In the name of science, what they are doing is statistical data. Take more number of people believe that they believe something, some foolish idea. Therefore, that is true. What is this all? Therefore, Hindus have not taken sides about these things. Now they are trying to impose. Come on, tell Hinduism is religion. What do you tell? I say Hinduism is not a religion. It is also religion, but not religion alone. Hinduism is a dharma of which religion is a part. But that religion is based upon dharma, then religion becomes a healthy religion. Healthy religion means a prayer, a belief, a healthy belief, shraddha, and a Sattvika Shraddha there should be. Shraddha should be purified, belief should be purified, it should be made into Sattvika, a healthy one, and a prayer and Ishtadevata. You have got different forms of God and godly qualities, a divine qualities which are lovable and pleasing to all. It doesn't mean that God hates somebody and then God threatens you. This looks a childish. It is adharmic. Once adharmic, even concept of God becomes a pervert. Even the concept of faith, concept of prayer, the forms of prayer becomes a pervert. As I tell you simply, any kind of prayer, any kind of ritual is acceptable to Hindus as long as the prayer and ritual makes you a healthy person, deepens your devotion, makes you healthy personality, open-minded. So if it enriches your devotion, enriches your healthy devotion, healthy prayer to God, then that prayer, that ritual is okay. We are not particular about which ritual, which prayer. There are many kind of prayers, but any prayer should have certain format. It should be followed by a real spiritual people, and it should be a healthy. It should not inculcate any negative qualities, ego, hatred, and perversion, fanaticism. Then that prayer becomes wrong. The concept of God becomes wrong. If God creates hatred, teaches you hatred, then the very concept of God has gone wrong. See? So dharma is the basic, values is the basis. So your concept of God goes wrong, your theology goes wrong, and your faith goes wrong, becomes pervert. It justifies killing and raping and destroying, and then you also become perverted. See, all this is because of lack of dharma. First you take dharma and everything, theology becomes a healthy theology. And also logical. It becomes a logical and healthy theology. Wherever there is illogicality, correct it. Make it healthy. Okay. That's why even in our concept of God we discuss. In Hinduism, even in religion, the concept of God, the qualities of God, the nature of God, we discuss and we analyze. If somebody points out in illogicality in the quality of God, we instantly correct it. Because God cannot be illogical, God cannot have a negative quality, inhuman quality, and yet you call him God. It's impossible. See, the basic is dharma. Logic is dharma. A healthy logic, not pervert logic again. So dharma is a basic human values and discipline and sincerity, a simplicity and openness. These are the basic values is dharma. Okay. So if dharma is the basis, you will have a very healthy and harmonious politics, healthy economics, healthy society, healthy commerce, healthy international politics, anything. Science, healthy medical science, or anything. Now everything, nowadays you see them all one side. Whole world is yet to discover dharma, I am telling you. Some of the ideas are good, but some of the ideas are again go another extreme, another wrong again. For everything dharma, you develop even good literature. You will have a very good, excellent literature, music, art, dances. That's why you see the Indian dances, there is a grace in it, there is a beauty in it, there is a depth in it, because dharma is the basis. Otherwise, it looks very odd, it looks a negative. We have seen them, some of the dances, some of the music, some of the literature. There you can see them, they provoke you, they're one-sided, they talk. They make an unhealthy personality. Now that becomes a problem. Even psychology becomes a healthy psychology if there is a dharma. Otherwise, we have got all abnormal Freud's psychology. Anything what is natural, if you oppose, human beings, human feelings are natural. Therefore, we accept all human needs and human feelings. Needs and feelings like hunger and thirst and sex and all that. See, human needs and feelings at one stage we accept. Then we try to sublimate them, purify them and elevate them to a higher level. If we start denying them, rejecting them, hating them and perversion, all perversions are started. So basic dharma doesn't create perversion. Dharma, you accept it, then you start elevating it, purifying it, then the person becomes a greater and greater. Then based upon dharma, anything you develop will be perfect. That's why Hinduism has got its own self-correcting system. If somebody says some extreme idea, wrong idea, pervert idea, other school of philosophy comes, people come, we ourselves analyze and discuss. See, just as we have discussed Vedanta, I tell you, you study our Indian literature, you study, we have got a critics in music, in art, in literature, in medical science, everywhere there is a criticism. Do you know that? In medical sciences, people sit together and discuss, doctors discuss. Everywhere, even music and art and religion also, in rituals we discuss. There is elaborate discussions on rituals, in prayers, in feelings. What is a devotion? What is a sentiment? What is a mystic feeling? How the simple feeling has to be purified. Purified, elevate into a mystical feelings. But mystical feeling also has to be discussed. It can't be illogical. It can't be perverted. Even the faith we discuss. What is a healthy faith and unhealthy faith? Even faith we discuss. It should be discussed logically. So nothing is against, nothing can afford to be illogical. It has to be discussed. We discuss. You can see them elaborately. We discuss pages. We go on discussing. So once this basic logic, basic dharma is there, anything will come out. And once dharma, I'm very sorry to see that all over the world, still the world has not recognized that dharma should be the basis for anything and everything. And in fact, they are trying to influence Hindus and India so that they will give up dharma and they will also talk like Europeans, like one-sided Americans. Why Americans? Many people. First, they set aside dharma and talk of as any subject, like economics, society. They talk of economics as economics. Society, like capitalism, like this thing. But what about dharma? The human needs, humanity is important. Now they go by the ideology, and then after the ideology, then they talk of humanity. First values, first humanity, first dharma, and then any ideology. Therefore, we are not particularly, we neither oppose communism or capitalism, nor we defend blindly any one-ism. We don't defend any ism, either capitalism or communism or democracy or any ism. Somebody told, I don't remember who told, I think Francis Bacon or something, some European philosopher. For the forms of government, let fools contest, whichever is best. A sentence I don't remember. For the forms of government, which government? What kind of administration government should we have? Whichever is good, that is good. Whichever works for humanity, that is good. We only go by that. This is what dharma means. Capitalism, communism, take good points in any ism, whichever is good for the humanity, for the larger humanity, we follow it. That's all. Why worry? Why blind attachment to one ideology particularly? So they defend it, however good or bad, just defend it, one ideology, one religious ideology. That's why Hindu religious feeling, we take the religious feeling, religious prayer is good. The form of prayer you may have different, but the prayerful heart is good. The form of prayer may change. So the ritualistic heart is good. The simple service is same. So ritual forms may differ, there may be variety. But the basic ritual form, the content of ritual, the heart of the ritual is same. So you may have another ritual, so what? As long as the purpose of ritual, the purpose of real prayer is good, follow it. That's why we have got varieties, many forms, but the content is same. The inner feeling, the inner heart is one. Now, these religions have come, these European religions, the forms they are particular about it. They quarrel over only we have to pray this way, only we have to worship this way. We destroy others' temples, we destroy others' concept of God. What is this? That's why we say God is God, that's all. What form, what concept it may change. But that God is there is nobody, is common to all. But his quality should be basically healthy quality, that's all. Now they say my God is superior and I will defend it and you will destroy others blindly because my God is great. There is no reason and rhyme. Basically they lack the human values, human thinking, human logical sense. The reasonability they lost. Once the reasonability, the reason, the healthy values, the humanness, if this is not the foundation, any religion becomes pervert religion. The very religion becomes inhuman and destructive. Religion, philosophy, medical science, political, everything becomes destructive and harmful to people. Because dharma is missing. They set aside dharma and keep on building up civilization. They talk of civilization, but they destroy basic dharma. Dharma governs everybody. It doesn't leave any priest or any brahmana, any kshatriya, any vaishya. Everybody is bound by. Even gods are supposed to follow dharma. Nobody exempted from dharma. Even brahmana, kshatriya, saints, normal, everybody is supposed, because dharma is the real God. Okay? Dharma is the real God. Human values. Reason is God. Values are God. Harmony is God. That is the basic thing. Therefore, everybody, every caste, every brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra, even the most untouchable fallen person to the highest person, everybody is bound by dharma. Nobody can compromise. If he goes wrong, anybody has got a right to question him. Any ordinary person has to question king, question a brahmana, question a rishi also you can question if he goes wrong. Because dharma is common to all, is universal and unanimously should be accepted. Then build up anything. If that is missing, what is all this? So I think even now the whole world has not recognized. That's why all these problems are going on. One ideology comes and tries to dominate, imposes on others and tries to defend, and the money power and organizational power and then the political power you use and then impose on others. That's why Hindus never bothered about power. The weakness now, the present, while facing with these European powerful societies, powerful kingdoms and governments, Hindus thought that truth is truth. Dharma is dharma. Why do we need forcibly impose? Why do we need weapons? Why do we need physical force? Because dharma is a dharma. Therefore, Hindus have remained peaceful. And now they are at disadvantage. They feel that only now you need force now. Forcibly you have to tell the people that dharma is important. Because they say our organization is big. Therefore, we have got many followers, Islam and Christianity. We have got biggest number of followers. Therefore, what we say is the right. UNO is controlled. International organizations are controlled by majority number and they impose and ours is correct. And the media in India, you can see them. All media talks against. Now this once media is organized against Hinduism, organized against Dharma, talks of all perverted, only one side, all terrorism of Islam and Christianity, their destructions are defended. But if a Hindu one does it by slip of a tongue, then villainized. He is made as a most villainous person. You see how they talk about our politicians and even our Prime Minister. Only one side, they can talk anything and get away. They defend terrorists. And even a healthy person, good person also they don't. So where is dharma? Therefore, all this pervert. That's why we have no faith in all these American government and media and international media. We see them as most asuras. All these international medias and all the UNO, we see them as asuras. Because we see clearly it is asura. Once you are prejudiced and start defending one side, once the basic logic, basic reason is missing, then you are asura. That's all. Okay, if you commit after all mistake and then you are open and try to open, if you are open-minded and ready to be corrected, okay, that is human, we can understand. But if you stubbornly defend one side, because it is my philosophy, my religion, like a Columbus defending the Columbus, this is asura. So they say ours is the biggest church, we have got a money, therefore we impose. This is asura, that's all. Therefore, dharma is important. And this dharma, first Hindus have to recognize, whole world has to be taught. Dharma should be the basis for anything on the earth. And Hindus have failed to educate the whole world. It is a responsibility of Hindus. By Hindu, I mean not only the people who are born in India. Whoever realized the importance of dharma, belonging to any religion, anywhere in the world, any language, any culture, any background. Anybody who realizes the importance of dharma, he is Hindu, I tell you, in a broadest sense. And it is a responsibility of all those people all over the world who know the importance of dharma. It is their responsibility to educate the remaining world. Because dharma should be the basis. Then only anything comes out healthy. Politics, literature, music, art, culture, administration, even the war system. War is also sometimes required. And that also should be a healthy way. Otherwise, anybody is powerful could just go and destroy others and therefore he wins. Anybody wins is not. In India, winning is not dharma. Okay? Anybody wins is not dharma. The process is dharma. How you wage the war, that is dharma. Victory, sometimes a wicked fellow also wins. And we just don't consider that. Dharma is important. Therefore, see, it is a dharma. Sometimes in a slip, a good man might slip and then a wicked man might win. But that doesn't make him he is right. Okay? Therefore, any ideology like communism, that's why Hindus are not blindly taking any sides of communism, capitalism or any ism or any modern thing. They try to impose one or other and you have to support that alone. Hindus go by dharma. So therefore I say, this first, what is dharma? How dharma is the basis for whole humanity, for all knowledges, all systems, the entire human civilization. And this has to be taught to the whole world. It should be the common basis of all education system all over the world. Hindus should work on that. Hindus means anybody who has realized the importance of dharma should teach others, should educate others. And that is missing. And therefore we are paying for it. One-sided theologies, one-sided religions, prejudiced religions. Psychology is also becoming prejudiced. Medical sciences are becoming prejudiced. And then everything prejudiced. All sciences are also becoming one-sided. If dharma comes, there is a harmony. There is a balance. By dharma, as I told you already, ethics, values, humanness, and reason. Reason, logic is part of dharma. Okay? Logic is essential part of dharma. You can't be illogical and call it dharma. Okay? Open mind, going by the facts, balanced view, balanced judgment, all this is dharma. Okay? Dharma is, first is discipline, values, human values, healthy feelings, openness of mind, balanced thinking, balanced judgment. Be open to the facts. Intellectual level, emotional level, physical level, social level. All levels put together is dharma. There is a social dharma, individual dharma, social dharma, dharma at the level of mind, dharma for the intellect. Intellect also must follow dharma. Because a healthy mind, open mind, logical thinking is a intellectual dharma. Healthy emotions, balanced emotions is emotional dharma. Personal life, you follow harmonious life, disciplined life, that is a healthy life, that is a physical dharma. Then healthy interaction with other society, balanced and harmonious relationship with others is a social dharma. Dharma is the basis for anything. Okay? Therefore we call dharma is the devata. If dharma is the basis, there will be a healthy philosophy, healthy medical science, everything healthy. Healthy politics, healthy economics, healthy medical science, healthy psychology. Otherwise, fried psychology, people think of psychology. Hey, Rama. It is creating problems. Statistics, because fried psychology goes by statistics. More people think that more people started raping, then rape becomes normal. Because I spoke to one psychologist. I say, what is normality? They said there is no such thing called normality. More people are perverted, then that becomes normal. That's all. More people believe that stealing others' property is natural, therefore then you call it dharma. Psychology goes by statistical data. This is ridiculous. Therefore, first dharma, okay. If dharma is the basis, all sciences, all knowledges, all branches of knowledge, all systems, whether political, social, economic, commerce, everything will be right. Dharma is the basis. Even philosophy, even religion, even prayers, ritual, for everything. Compromising dharma, you will become asura. Your philosophy becomes asura. Your religion becomes asuric religion. Your asuric economics, asuric politics, everything becomes asuric. Dharma is the basis. Okay. Today I have little deviated, but then what am I to do? Sometimes we have to tell certain things. So, therefore, In India, we have got many philosophies. Still, does anybody give thought to it? There are so many varieties. There are many philosophers, many religious rituals, many way of believing it, many concepts of God. Atheists live also harmony with us. We have got many sciences, economics, politics. Still there are many life, many line of thinking, many ideas, many things. Still Hindus live harmoniously for thousands of years, not centuries, for millennia we are living. Does anybody give thought to it? How are we able to live? Because Dharma is the basis. And just ignore it. In fact, they are trying to manipulate, destroy. All the Britishers did, Muslims did, and present people are also trying to destroy. First they try to malign and misinterpret. The person is incapable of understanding Hinduism itself shows he's a pervert fellow. He needs first to learn Dharma. He can't come and teach us first. That is ideology, communism is great and come and teach us. That fellow is a pervert fellow. First he believes that he is a communism himself, so he is a dharmic fellow. And he comes and teaches us communism to us. And a capitalism to us. No ism, we believe blindly. As long as it is relevant, any idea, any principle is relevant, we accept. Whether communism, capitalism, we are not particular about any ism. As long as it is good for humanity, we follow and we accept. That's all. That is Dharma. Now they impose one idea, one thing alone, come and try to impose. Everybody has got only try to impose. This first propaganda without considering whether it is good or bad. This propaganda itself is a perversion. This is adharma. This is adharma. Because you believe it and you want to impose on others. The very idea of imposing is adharma. Okay. Educate. Explain. Don't manipulate. Don't impose, don't manipulate the ideas and impose people. Explain point by point, show the facts and see them harmoniously, logically. That is simple. This alone builds up any humanity, any society, anywhere on the earth. And Hindus, instead of understanding this value of Dharma, going over the world boldly and teaching everybody, they themselves are getting affected by these pervert ideas. Hindus are losing their confidence because they fail to understand the importance of Dharma. But again they complain, you see how the people impose on us capitalism, communism, thatism, thisism. They try to misunderstand. See how the media is talking one-sided. The very democracy is hijacked. The secularism is hijacked. In India you can see them. How it is adharmic secularism, adharmic democracy, how everything is only meant for it suitable to terrorists alone, to subvert it and destroy it. And you can see them, that is basically adharma. Urban Naxals are coming, terrorist religions are coming, the missionary religions are coming. They talk one side and try to manipulate and destroy, use one side, they abuse government laws and do everything. I say basic is dharma. You see our Shankaracharyas don't teach you philosophy. You listen to our Shankaracharya's talks, Kanche Shankaracharya, Shungari, they talk first dharma. Then all other things will come out well. They emphasize dharma. But these people start imposing their ideas. They think imposing is great. Whomever we impose, that he is great. Whoever imposes is great. He tries to manipulate his own ideas and talking one side. Propaganda is adharma. Propaganda is one side propagation. That is adharma. Dharma is educating based upon facts, analyzing logically, seeing the larger interest of society. Interest, physical interest, mental interest, then intellectual, then transcend it, go into the mystic level, still go to the higher level. Okay? The total interest of all humanity is dharma. I tell you, dharma is the basis. Without dharma, no society, no world, anywhere. Don't say it is dharma belongs to Hindus alone. Dharma must belong to whole world. Only Hindus have recognized and followed it. Now they are also giving way, getting influenced by these adharmic ideas all over the world, coming from the world, outside India. Therefore, Hindus are also losing it. But there are few people outside Hindus, outside India also, who realize the importance of this dharma. They are the people Hindus, wherever they are, in whichever religion, whichever society they are, who believe this basic humanistic values, and that is dharmic. They all should come together. They should educate the whole world. then there will be a different world. Okay, today we'll stop because I have a little deviated, but I feel it is an important. We'll discuss about Bhamati and that avidya, his concept of avidya. We'll discuss because we are able to question. I deviated. You see, small point I tell you. I deviated from where? Bhamatikara is our senior most acharya. I tell you, more than 1,000 years ago, just 1 century after Shankaracharya. So they follow Shankaracharya, but a few points they deviated. We have all respect for him. We listen to him. We read his books. We study. We learn many things from him. And we receive his blessing. But where a few points he goes wrong, we unhesitatingly correct them with all humility, with all respect, we correct. Even he loves it. We don't feel anything that we are offending him. We don't feel that we are offending him. We are, with all respect, they do. They also openly accept what we say. Okay. So historicity, that earlier people were correct and later people wrong, we don't see. There is no historicity. Infinite time, endless, beginningless time, everybody is the same. Even your generation, my generation, you are also same, they are also same. Fact is a fact, doesn't depend upon the time and historicity. Any generation, any time, whoever discovers the fact is a fact. Fact is equally relevant to everybody, equally valid for all people. We don't go by historicity. Therefore, 2,000 years ago, Jesus told it is correct and later people all wrong. We don't say which period is wrong, which period is right. Okay. In particular historical period, it was born, therefore he is correct, therefore it is wrong. Therefore, that 14th century, 7th century Prophet Muhammad, he was wrong. We don't have any validity for any century. All centuries are same. Okay. It is an infinite time, beginningless, endless time. A fact is a fact. Cycles of world is born again and again, born and disappears, again born. These cycles, there is no beginningless, endless time. So which period of history is more important? History as a period, time itself is not important. Fact is important. Any period, know the fact first. Okay. Therefore, this is a healthy philosophy, healthy thinking. This is dharma. Okay, therefore, we discuss how Bhamati, his concept of Adhyasa and Avidya, and we again healthy, with all respect, we analyze and say how it is wrong. Okay, we'll discuss in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Tat Sat.